author, so I can like actually like make myself like nice coffees or like actually make like little lattes, and it's my favorite thing right now. So it's wonderful. Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. I hope everyone has had a wonderful weekend. I had a pretty good day yesterday. I'm not gonna lie. Friday, I don't even remember what I did Friday. Oh, I know what I did Friday. Never mind. I remembered. It took me a second, which is kind of the reason why we're speedrunning Stardew today. Hello. Yeah. Yeah. I hope everyone had a good weekend. I know it's still the weekend for most people. For some people, it may be Monday morning. And for that, I'm so sorry that it is Monday morning for y'all's. But otherwise, I hope everyone had a good weekend. Yeah. I just finished eating my Costco breakfast sandwich. I like speed ran eating that because I was a little slow with getting ready today. But we're here and we're ready. Fun stuff. After I left you all on Thursday night, I went to bed. Friday, I worked at a couple of different buildings. And then I came home and I was hanging out with some of the gal pals in a call while I routed a 3-player community center route on 1.6. In terminology that I felt that somebody who could not, people who have not speedrun Stardew Valley could understand. So, just how it goes. So, aka maybe next week Tuesday, go watch me Matt's channel. If you want to see me try and coach Matt and some other people through that run. There you go. That's what that is. So I routed that. I felt really good about it. I'm a little nervous that I'm gonna just yell at them the whole time. But it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Yeah. That's why I'm also like speedrunning today a little bit. It's because I needed to get back into doing it again. That was Friday night, and then in between routing, I was playing the stupid Discord game, Farm Merge Valley. That has a stupid hold on me. It's so stupid. You're just merging things together. But I can just leave it open in like the background, and then it's just become an obsession for me. That's it. Only I see my mic was peaking, so I was turning it down a second. What else did I do? That was it for Friday. Saturday, my parents came by yesterday. They helped me clean out my entire pantry. And by clean out, I don't want to even tell you what my kitchen and the living room floor looks like right now. Because it is just everything that was in my pantry is now either on my kitchen island or on the floor in my living room. That's all I have to say, is that everything that was in my pantry, which is was a lot of shit. I'm a snacker. So all of that is in my floor / on my kitchen table. And then my dad and my brother took down all my shelves. You can kind of see it here, like on the edge, which is strategic for the camera. They hung up 3 different pictures for me There's like two big concert ones, which is why I don't want them like visible on stream. But there's also the Stardew Valley Moonlight Jelly one over here as well too, that I'm very happy is now up. I have an Animal Crossing one, a Moonlight Jellies one. Up top is a Bleachers one, and then I have the main. So there you go. Only because they have concert venues on them. And I don't need you knowing stuff. Show? I can't show. I can't show. I love Bleachers. Kirsten, shut up. We are now best friends. Welcome to the Bleachers fan club, because Bleachers is my favorite band of all time. Ta-da! That's Bleachers in the back there. No, Bleachers, Jack Antonoff is literally my phone cover. No, Bleachers is my favorite band. Yeah, I love Bleachers so much. It's my favorite band of all time, literally. Yeah. I have a stupid amount of Bleachers stuff. But good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. What else? So then Saturday, they hung up these with me. And then, best song from Bleachers. Okay, I could tell you my favorite song off of every album. Because I think that might do it a little bit more justice than just a favorite song. My favorite song off the first album, which is Strange Desire, is just I Want to Get Better. That was the first song that I heard of them, and I, like, died. That was beautiful. I found them in high school. So this was, like, my finding them, I guess, kind of situation. Ooh, off of Gone Now. Gone Now is my favorite album of theirs. I'm gonna go with I Miss Those Days or Everybody Lost Somebody. Off of Take the Sadness Out of Saturday Night. How Dare You Want More, I think is probably gonna be my favorite. That's not my favorite album of theirs. And then off of Bleachers, their newest album, Isimo was my favorite. Or Call Me After Midnight. Fuck. It's just a good album. Off of the deluxe of that one, it would be Margot. So there you go. I love Bleachers too much. Call Me After Midnight clears, in my opinion. Thought she wasn't going to say How Dare You Want More, and I thought our friendship was ending today. No. I don't know. That was... it's a good song. I like that. I like that song. I like a couple of the songs off that album. I don't like the whole album itself as much as the other ones. So I could talk about it forever. Yesterday, my parents came to town. I got a lot of... I got a couple of things for my birthday, including this top. And a couple of, like, free things from my neighbors. Or old neighbors by my parents. That they had gotten through their company, I guess. And then, I don't know, there's like some mix-up stuffs. So every now and again, I'll get like free clothing from American Eagle / Aerie from my old neighbors because they just happen to have it. And so I got a bunch of that. A lot of it. Which means that I have to go through my closet to take out old stuff and replace it with a bunch of the new stuff. Which was really nice. And then we went to the casino. I'm still on my streak, I will have you know. that I do not walk out of a casino down. It's just been 4 times? Yeah, I guess. I don't walk out of a casino down. So I won $40 yesterday, which was quite nice. On my little 50-cent slots. That's about it. And then we went out to like lunch, late lunch, early dinner at like a seafood place. It was interesting. It was just okay, the food itself. But I also had a strawberry margarita, and that was just okay. It wasn't that good. And then we went over to one of my favorite places to get drinks after. And then I came home. My parents left at like 6 because they had to drive home. And I slept. I fell asleep. That's it. I just fell asleep for the rest of the night. So, oops. And now we're here. And I was chilling. I enjoyed my first coffee of the morning at like 7 something. And now we've just been chilling. So, there we go. How was everybody else this weekend? What did y'all get up to this weekend? What were the vibes like? How was work? How was life? What was going on this weekend? I'm gonna say hello to everybody as well. Well, you all tell me what's been going on. First off, Inch, hello. Congrats on first pop off. Thank you so much for the tier 1. I truly appreciate it. Welcome on into Lovely Loser Club. I hope you enjoy your new sub badge and your new emotes out here. Welcome on in. Strawberry Puff, hello. Thank you so much for the tier 1 for 6 months. I truly appreciate it. Welcome back on into Lovely Loser Club. I hope you enjoy your continued sub badge and your continued use of emotes out here. Congrats on 6 months. I'm gonna keep scrolling. Rewards, hello. I'm sorry for your 9.5-hour workday. That just sounds exhausting, and I'm so sorry. Mudman, hello. Welcome on in. Ryan, hello. Welcome on in. Danny, hello. T-Ways, hello. Zachary, enjoy your lurk. Trying to de-rust some of these CC runs here. Scuff, hello. Welcome on in. Bruce, hello. Rev, hello. Welcome on in. Kirsten, hello. Welcome on in. Life PB, welcome on in. T-Stall, hello, welcome on in. I'm sorry that you got dumped. That sucks. But it just wasn't meant to be. That's what I say. All the time. Jacob, hello, welcome on in. Has been stressing, hoping that I get an interview for my job application so I can get out of my social work job using the stream to de-stress. Hey, happy to provide that kind of chill environment out here. Welcome on in. Hoping for the best for ya. If you want assets for this upcoming month's shenanigans, I posted them in the... Okay. Where did you post it? Posted them for the peeps in the disc. Wait, what do you mean? Which one? Oh, I see it. Never mind. Haha. Continue to download. It marks yours as being suspicious. One thing that I will bring y'all's attention to, because since Bruce is here. Oh, actually, a couple of things. I've got quite a few. First things first, I will bring your attention over to the Discord. Where is the Discord button? Where is my Discord button? Oh, it's on this page. Nope. Here, there it is. Under announcements, you can find the link for the Stardew Valley Awards 2023. So the ones that just happened in February, I finally uploaded them onto the account. So if you would ever like to pay attention to those, you can do so. And then there was an app message from Nia. I think you can probably figure out what it is. But I would may or may not have anything to do with someone's birthday on Tuesday. So if you would like to contribute to said thing, maybe go and join the Discord and check it out. There you go. Suspicious, huh? If your name is Lee Loser, do not read this message. I haven't read it. I'm being honest. For once, I've not read it. And then our other thing that I can announce officially is that we are part of Team Never Winless for raising money again for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention again this year. Joining the team with a bunch of cool peeps out here. Lots of faces you may recognize as well, plus some more that are not on this sheet, but have officially been confirmed to join us, which I'm super excited for more people to join us this year. And then some doofus named Bruce, yeah. Yeah. But I'm excited for year 3. I've got some stuff cooking, I'm not gonna lie. I've been working on some stuff in the background of things. So from August 16th all the way until the 13th of September, we will be raising money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. So we will be doing, can look at my calendar. I believe potentially something the 30th, and then the weekend after we'll be doing a little bit of celebration stuff, or like big fundraising stuff, because I'm gone. I am in Flame Fatales on the 24th. I'm gone this whole weekend. Yeah, Flame Fatales is on the 24th. 31st, I have another concert. Oops. That was not my doing. That was my mother's doing. That is not me. Yeah, so the weekends I have free. 7, 6, 7, 8. We'll probably be doing something here. And then everything ends on the 13th of, Friday the 13th. Whoa. Of September. Wild. And then the weekend after is literally TwitchCon. Oh, that's so weird to think about. Holy fudge. I'm like overwhelmed busy. But it is what it is. What's up, Matt? Hello. What a good crew. Oh my god, it's almost like I was not just casually mentioning you earlier as well too. I'd go to the spa. I'm here for action, passion, emotions, and monster truck. Nice. Rev, love it. Also, hi, Grace. Welcome on in as well, too. We will be watching. Thank you so much. Artura, thank you so much for the 4 months. I truly appreciate it. Casually mentioning me? What did I do? Casually mentioning that I was routing things on Friday night for a particular event on not this Tuesday, because this Tuesday is my birthday. Next Tuesday. Artura, thank you so much for the 4 months. I truly appreciate it. Welcome back on into the Love Loser Club. I hope you enjoy your continued sub badge and your continued use of emotes out here. Hi, did you go fast? What's up, Michael? No, I've not yet. We're still just chilling and chatting and hanging out and doing everything else. That's so good. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it. I figured I needed to de-rust this one myself before I lead some other people through it in a while. Speaking of speedruns, let me open up our word games here. Our strands and the mini. Oh, I should not. Let me, woohoo. What did I do? What is Washington Post? It's like, why can't I remember the one thing that I do? And Foxy Max? What is that one? Okay, we'll come back to that in a second. Let me do the other ones first, and then we'll come back to it before we do the big one. For the first time in like 3 weeks, and man, I thought I was smarter. I didn't fail, though. Just no perfect. It is what it is. Alrighty. Strands. Home stretch. Home stretch. Home stretch. The first word has letters in it. Thank you so much. That's so helpful. I appreciate it. And for anybody that is new, do not give me any hints. What is this double R doing here? I know I already did that one. I'm just guessing words at this point. I would assume that this one has something to do with baseball. So people who aren't new can give you hints then? No, nobody can give me hints for the first 5 minutes. In like 3 minutes now, at like 35 after the hour, then you can start giving me hints. I'll take it then. But I take the first 5 minutes when I start doing stuff for these like word games for no hints. Baseball, home stretch. Go Yankees. I can't say my team, but it's not that. Isn't baseball that game that everyone's really good at? Maybe. I don't know. That's what I thought. Home stretch. Like, you know, you do the 7th inning stretch type thing. Am I so far off? It's not funny. That would be bad. We're listening to my day list right now, and I'm kind of loving it. It's entitled Mountain Music Forest Sunday Morning. It's just had some solid bangers on it. Your date list? No, my day list. Spotify day list. You can make bee pals, and I like that. I do see that. Bee. Beep. We could almost make catacomb. Tanks. Now I just see Andy. Over Andy. That's not anything. If these are people's names, I'm gonna be really mad. In the middle of the board, have you seen my new favorite reaction video that only works during the Olympics? I don't know which one you're referring to. Nailing her floppy fish move. The Australian dance. Oh my goodness. That was wild. Floppy fish. What's up, Lead Hades? Hello, welcome on in. I'm doing good. How are you? Also, welcome in Highland Rain, in case I did not say hello when you messaged earlier. Welcome on in. Floppy fish? For fish pond win. Oh, God. What is this? Me too. What the? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Not gonna lie. That is pretty good. Alrighty. Deck. I hate that. I laugh every time I see this. Most medals at the Olympics again. Let's go, America. Yeah. Big, strong pals. I'm just guessing. It is 35. If anybody has any hints, please feel free to send them my way. I'm struggling today. My brain is not awake quite yet. I was like, we can almost make remorse. Room backwards? On the bottom? Not quite. Trying to think of what else it could be. So the hint that I used was deck. Are they just rooms in a house? I'm gonna be pissed if they are. Yep. Patio. Patio. Veranda. Veranda. Fuck this. Things that are like the addition course. Can't get that one. Hi, Shaper Mario. Welcome on in. The only word I saw was beep owls. I'm pretty disappointed right now. I think it's like rooms that are additions to the house. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so then what other ones can we make? Patio, sunroom, deck, veranda. Oh, it's okay. This is bonus. Bonus. No, go back. Go back, please. Bonus. Bonus something. Bonus. Bonus space. Nope, I'd use a double A. Ignore me. The bonus SP. Nope, SPA. No, okay, balcony. Trying to spell secret, and then it didn't work out. Bonus pals, bonus sales, bonus spaces. Fuck, I got it. It's just the other way. It's with an S. Okay, what is this one? What's the last one now? Oh. Interesting. Okay, I'll take it. Terrace. We did it. That was kind of ugly. Was not realizing that was what the category name was. Also, welcome on in, Archie. Hello, Halafel. Welcome on in, gamers. As well. Alrighty, we'll do the mini, and then someone said to do Foxy Max. I don't know what this is, and then we'll do the big crossword together. Mask. What are you up to today? Soup Eater's onomatopoeia. Don't know. The dial in. Don't touch that dial. Don't move Fido. simply A plus. Backflip in an action movie. Stunt. Its currency is the won. Korea? Ask some personal questions. Um, oh, it's Pry. Shoot. Stunt. Korea. 47 seconds. Nice. Classic. Happy 9:40. Okay, West Coaster. Happy time zone. I get to go make some soup from scratch today. Very nice, Grace. Alrighty. What is this? How to play. Press about to see full details on how to play. Okay. Max. Who is Max? Max is a quick brown fox who jumps over the lazy dog. He slips under the gate. He says as he disappears into the woods. There he sets puzzles for his friends and family, which he has asked us to share with you. The first game Max has devised is a tricky version of the classic Hangman. Like Hangman, you try to guess the word one letter at a time. Guess a letter correctly, a hit, and it will be revealed with a green background. However, if you get a letter wrong, another word is added. Now you have 2 words to guess. I'm gonna take it. If you don't manage to guess the 8 words, Max will reveal the letters missing in red. Ooh. Ooh, I don't like that. We'll see how this goes. Okay. Well, you know how this goes. We gotta do a classic. Oh, I'm just guessing a letter at a time? Oh, I thought I was guessing the whole word. Okay, sick. What could this potentially be? Let's guess an S. Nice. L? Nope. Fuck. Wrong thing. Classic. Okay, we need an O. Got total. So it won't be an L here. So it's got to be like an R? Yeah. Is it grass? Okay, now the middle one. What could this be? I'm gonna take it. Fuck! No! Is that a word? Why am I thinking of wood? Okay, I'm spelling it right. I'm like, did I fuck that up real bad? Is it mold then? Or could? It's could, okay. Is wood a word? That's what I had to guess, okay? Listen, I had to understand it. Hi, Max. So wait, can I go back and guess letters or the same letters again? Or is it already, or no, the gray ones are the ones that we had already guessed, right? Okay. So then if it ends, what the fuck ends in US? Oh, someone got, Max, you got a car. Nice. Okay, what ends in US? But the US ends with 40 gold medals. Ayo. This is a sick ass croissant shark. Damn. Um, what could be? Okay, so we can't. Fuck. I was like, could it be pious? Like Pious? But that wouldn't work. Because we already used the O. I'm gonna be so mad because I'm not gonna be able to get this. Fuck it. What is this? You got a crab rangoon! That's my favorite! Oh, is it minus? Got it. Fuck yeah. No! Damn it! Flora. Okay, we need an N. What the fuck is this? Menace? Menus. I want to talk about how I just pronounced that, okay? Not menace. That's so bad. Who let me do that? Oh my god. It's almost as bad as it's a holiday in June and putting Daddy instead of. You needed a good laugh. Thank you all. I crack myself up sometimes. Menus. Have you had the Costco lemon raspberry muffins? No, I haven't been to Costco in like over 2 weeks now. It's been really sad. I haven't been to Costco in over 2 weeks because I'm trying to clean out my pantry. Slash, I will end up going when my like stuff is here. Is wood a word versus menus? I'm sorry. I was trying to spell it in my head and it didn't seem like a word. My barber was 91 today. I will say, everything else was low as hell. I think my princess was like fucking was 8. Yeah, my MILF is the same as my whole energy today. So nothing crazy. Alrighty. If you've not joined us for the big crossword before, I don't want to create a free account. Thank you. There are so many checks here. Oh yeah. I think I got all of them. It's Barbara, Ho Energy, Princess, MILF check, DILF check, BDE. I think that's all of them, right? Okay. If you have, oh, I need to zoom out. Hang on 1 second. Alrighty, there we go. That's better. If you've never joined us for a crossword before, again, you're in for a treat. I say this every single time. We try and speedrun the crossword together every day. I have a notepad of all the times that we have. And I would like you we do this as a team effort here. So, if you all wouldn't mind helping me with the crossword, just drop as many answers as you would like in the chat. There are no wrong answers, so I give them an attempt as much as possible. And we'll do this as fast as possible together. Our time to beat for Sunday is 18 minutes and 12 seconds. Gonna bully so hard for doing the small crossword. The mini? The mini crossword. Yeah, I do the mini crossword too, but I do that solo. And then this one we do all together. That's what you mean. Alrighty, here we go. In 3, 2, 1, go. Residence. House. Nope. Okay, so if 3 down is this, then this is abode, is what I thought it would be. 19 across modem. Hang on. Beautiful. 18 down. Carts. 1 across is Minna. Exactly, thank you. Audis. 27 across Sonata. Oh, is this a car one? I don't really like that. I'm not a car person. Rise. 38 down is Tricks. 52 down. Gehrig. 12 down. Leo. 22 across is Paula. Paula Abdul, love it. 56 down. Ocean. I spelled that wrong. 57 down. Galls. If I could spell it right today. Where is Ryan? 69 down. Mice. Ryan was here. 80 down. Room. 48 across. Let me find it. MLB. 62. 62 down. Okay. Lola. Chorus syllables. Is it La D? I would assume 104 across. Erp. 10. Wait. I missed one. 84 across. Iago. 105 down. Reba. 113 down. NES. Across 74. Got it. Hang on. Texas. Something Texas? Okay. The only one that we got wrong was the one that I put in. Okay. Solid. Love that for me. Tina. 69 across. Where is that one? My tie. Got it. 39 across. Norman, Oklahoma. 73 across. Irving, Texas. Got it. 91 down. Obtuse. Very nice. 23 across. Something, California. Nope. This is what happens when I make a misspelling. California. Something, California. 118 across. Joust. Got it. 77 down is Tia. 61 across, we said, is Chen. Irving, Texas. 59 down. Nicola. 68 down. Android. 94 across. There it is. Jim. 30 down. Avon. 49 down. Lois. 7 down. Hula. Give it a go. 48 down. Moana. 79 down. 79 down is not sauce. Not Lois. Oh, it's Lane. Sorry. Ignore me. And this one across. Knight contestants is not joust. 90 across mango. Mango. Got it. 83 across. Petra? What's up? 117 across. Hang on. eBay. Got it. My nose is dripping. 32 down. Arbiter. Got it. 24 down. Camo. 6 across. Tie. Beautiful. I got it now. 118 across. Tilt. 119 across. Order. Got it. 100 down. Susie Q. 78 down. Tang. 41 down. ACDC. 57 across. Ew. Oh, Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana. Irvine. Is it really? No. AMC's. Is it start with a C? AMC's? Some movie theaters? 91 across. Orlando, Florida. Go with that. Nope. Close. What's the other letter? Mint sauce. 101 across. What is this one down? Windshield sticker? Decal. There we go. 64 across something. South Dakota. I feel like I should Pierre. Yeah. Got it. 31 across Lima. Lima. Yeah, I got 23 across. Thank you. 55 across. Wax. Poetic. Got it. 63 across TNT. Or I've said that backwards. 35 across. My nose is itchy now. Versus 37 down. NASA. We'll give it a go. Emoting is what that is. Thank you. 36 down. Thaw. What is this? Much of an atlas. As is? No. As something. 90 down. This is Man City. I got that one. Yep. Before even reading the rest of it, I was like, oh, yep, that makes sense. That's Man City. 34 down. Place for vapor trails is the sky. 44 across. Hard G. 51 across. Asia. 46 across. Bacon. Okay. Bacon, yeah. 40 down. Marine. Got it. Alrighty. Where are we? Slap sharply. Don't know. Overcook is burn. Subject with AB and BC AP tests. Calc. 2-in-1 conjunction. Don't know. Shut up! Listen! TBA 58 down. Which one? 25 down is onion. A vegetable and pico de gallo is onion. There you go. 53 down. Dude, brah. 9 down. Infernos. Got it. Smack? I think it might be smack. You're right. 60 down. Drone. Cool. So far, so good. What else are we looking for here? 2-in-1 conjunction. Don't know. Yemeni port. I don't know that one. What is this one down? Desiccated. Is it arid? Yeah, there we go. Nice. It is eggy. You're right. 109 down. ENTs. You're so right. 93 down is deer. 11 down. Cancel. Good. 106 down. Is a pram. You're right. Red letter. Thank you. 92 down. Experience while sleeping. Dreamt. Ants. Alrighty, where else are we? Pro with a racket. Ooh, I don't know. Take a strop to. What the fuck is a strop? Jazz style. I don't know. Same. 102 down. UCLA. 86 down. CRISPR. Nice. 115 across. Geese. Grand Canyon State is something Arizona. Bop is the jazz style. Thank you. 81 across. CEOs. Cool. 110 down. Chandler, Arizona. Thank you. Alta. I got it. Thank you. Perfect. 85. Sorry. I can read. Eat. 82 across Ivy. 80. Okay. Apparently it didn't want to put it in the right spot. Cane. 95. In a bit. What's the cicada sage? Nicer? Act up. Yeah, imago is the... No, I misspelled that. My bad. Eat is supposed to go there. 108 down. Mole. Got it. Teaming with. Don't know what that means. Oft. 83 down. Pale ales. I think it might be rife. Yeah. Truckers competition. Don't know. I don't know what that means. Modernize. Redo. Dieter. Okay. What is this? Ready to wear. In a way. Mantra. Got it. Spare me. It's con artist. Pro with a racket. Close. 43 down. Hoppy. Got it. Nope. Come on. There we go. Greetings on the bridge. Ahoy. Surf sound. Whoa. Which one? Ironed. 63 across ironed. No, it's not low. Hilarious person is a riot. Slender nail. Okay, a Brad. What is this? Skim through, scan. ATM manufacturer. Huh? Got it. Woo! New PB, gamers. Let's go. Nice job. We just shaved off like 2 minutes. Hell yeah. So our new PB is now 1549. Woo! We did it. Nice job. Alrighty. We went from 1812 to 1549. That was incredible. Nice job, everyone. Nice job, everybody. Pop off. I'm proud of everybody. Nice job. Let me open up. Rip the War of 1812. Yeah, goodness gracious. Also, hello to anybody that came in during the crossword, in case I did not get to say hello earlier. Queen K, hello. Welcome on in. Jim, hello. Welcome on in. Dude Man, Adam, welcome on in. Transit Biker, hello. Cuffs, hello. Cola, hello. Welcome on in. And hello to anybody chilling, lurking, and vibing and hanging out with us. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. See, we'll start to open. It should. I was taking screenshots of stuff on Friday. Not yesterday, Friday. To make things work. My eyes kind of sting a little bit from being so tired. / just always being tired in general. Alrighty. What I'm going to do... I'm going to make sure... We're going to do a couple of things. I'm going to make sure that the fish thing on our... I'm just going to move this for 2 seconds. Is not going to block stuff. So you all can still fish. I'm just trying to make sure it doesn't block stuff. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, I don't have... I don't have a flame command, do I? Uh-oh. I thought I made one. Did I not? Oh, I made one for Lass. Thank you for reminding me that I should make one now for flame. Doing a 4-player seated community center run for flame fatales on games done quick on June 24th, 6:15 ish p.m. CT. Followed by a mayo percentage run by Lee. / it might not just be me. Okay. What's up, Piano? What's up, Lil, as well? Welcome on in. Oh, I misspelled community center. Oopsies. Let me edit that. Ignore that. Community center. Game Stack back on June 24th. Complete. Okay. Now let me open up my, where are my splits? I would assume the one that I want is CC Solo PB. Fingers crossed. From file. No, I do not want my Manami Lane splits. CC. Okay. Oh, we gotta make that bigger. There we go. Now you can actually see the timer, huh? Now we can actually see the timer. I'm gonna just load into a file because I want to test and see where the fish thing is gonna pop up really quickly. My love. This is a file that I was using to take screenshots with on Friday. Oh, it's been a hot minute since I've done any CC stuff. Where is fish? Alrighty, it doesn't... Alrighty. I moved you to a spot where it doesn't cover any of the interface. We're good. We're in the clear. Honestly, I had a good run when I was doing it offline to practice and such. Okay. So what we are doing is Lee is going to see how this goes. It's been a hot minute since I've done this. Let's see how much I remember. Favorite thing. Good RNG. That's a cute outfit. I changed the pants though. And the shirt. Yeah. I got cute little pink hair. Remix the mind. Do I want multiple? I don't. Random seed. Alrighty. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Did the timer start? Okay, we could. Oh, it's been so long since I've speedran. Been so long since I've speedrun something that isn't just like a basic like mine's 50 to like hit rocks and get used to things. Again. Oh, my love. My love. There will probably be a time where I will have to change the playlist. But we'll see when that time comes. We shall see. Okay, already. I was not expecting some Taylor Swift on this one. I will take it. You are tempting me? Highly, chat. Hope you're doing well out here. I wanted one more tree here. There we go. Hi, Amy, as well. Thank you so much for the 33 months. Oh my goodness. Welcome back on Inside Loser Club. I hope you enjoy your continued sub badge and your continued use of emotes out here. I was doing some routing and stuff on Friday, so I got really kind of invested in attempting to speedrun this again. Routing pog. Routing for someone that is not me. So I decided, I was like, oh, maybe. Hear me out. 8-player boat percentage? Okay. You don't have to twist my arm. You just tell me when and where. As long as it's not next weekend or the 24th. I'm good. Oh, shit. I skipped a date. My bad. Alrighty. Where's my button? My foot pedal. There we go. Redo. Got a little distracted. CC. Good RNG, please. In my heart, talk to you. Remix. Nothing. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Let's try this again now that I've warmed up just a tiny bit. Okay. Just the same. There's my name. Do we hear starting music playing, or is it just my music playing? No. Okay, it better not be starting music. Just Taylor Swift for good. Oh my goodness. Progress. Big Cat just sniffed nose to nose with Kitten. So exciting. Still hissing a bit, but getting better. That's good. That's good. I'm glad. It's an improvement, right? A little bit by little bit. I haven't planted the other stuff. Alrighty. Every day has been better and better. Good. I'm glad. I imagine that's gotta be really tough to introduce new animals to ones that are I mean they're like children, right? When you bring home a second kid. And now they have to like share everything. So, but that's good. I'm glad it's getting better. Red multiplayer boat already with Jess and Terp. That can be done in an hour and a half. Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Oh, a scam drop day. Sick. Okay. I didn't mean to pick up that one, but here we are now. Alrighty, to the mines we go. I was super stressed at first before I got my cat. She lived with two others who would bully her. Oh. That's no good. I'm glad she's like slowly adjusting then to the kitten. Have you decided on a name for the kitten? I didn't know if you had said it yet or not. I can't remember off the top of my head. I think it being a small kitten will help. Yeah. She's living in a crepe myrtle at work. Oh, that's cute. I do like a cute little myrtle for a cat. Is adorable. Oh, hey, a gem floor on floor 1. Absolutely, I'll take it. Thank you. Absolutely, I'll just take all these, we'll just take all the gem floors, huh? Beautiful. Ugh, I was really hoping it was going to give me a crab, but that's fine. Cats will often instantly decline small kittens and then eventually want to take care of them as if it's theirs. Very cool. Happened to my dad who got a kitten. I have not had cats. I've only had one dog growing up. My most experience with a cat is the cat that lives next door to my grandparents. Who my grandfather like grew to love. He hated cats. But he loved this cat named Lovey. Crab, thank you. Give me the crab. I don't want the bug meat. Thank you. I don't want that either. You know what? Give me this thing. I don't want the bug meat. I don't have a coal piece yet either, which is rather unfortunate. Sick. Grab this and keep going. We're making decent time here in the mines for me. Gotta get it over with. There's the coal. Bum, ba-da-ba-dum, bum, bum, bum. Do, 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 do. If I could use my scroll wheel decently, that would be great to do. Beautiful. There we go. Sunset. Are you bored yet? Help me. Boo. Alrighty. Give me a weapon. That's better than nothing. I'll take it. Party. Woohoo. Better than nothing. I'll take it. Could be a lot worse. Also, looks like it is a lot worse because my energy is really bad already at level 10. It's fine. Hello. I would like this. Of course, I get 2 more the second I pick up this other thing, so I'm just gonna do that. Welcome on in, Casual Q. Hello, I'm doing good. How are you? If I didn't have to get the coal at the end, I would absolutely take that little exit, but alas, we need the coal. Oh, there's a freebie over there. I just want the copper though, so we're gonna grab that real fast. Bum, ba, da, ba. Okay. Alrighty, which rock is it gonna be? Because, don't particularly want to hit every single rock possible. Here. There we go. Alrighty, I am going up to the top really quickly. So I can drop this off and drop that off. Posture check? That's fine. I don't really pay attention to that. Will those stay on the ground forever? Yes. Not like forever, but you can set them there. And when I leave the mines, I will grab them. And I can leave instead, I can leave my parsnips and my wooden blade. Instead of the gems that I want to sell. Oh, there's a freebie over here. Perfect. Give me this then. And we can leave. I just wanted more inventory space so that I could grab any extra potential gems or the cave carrots that come up. That would be more helpful. If we can get it. Same with the crab. The crab will just stay there for I don't know how long. Oh, it's fine. We'll make it work. Not my favorite thing in the world, but we'll make it work, I guess. Good luck, ZZ. What's up, Upper Casserole? Hello. How have the are you still working on Harvey runs right now? Or are you working on another type of run? I hope you're doing well, gamer. I just don't want to see any of the what's it called? Any of the Dougies. Oh, I thought I could maybe make it work. Been stuck on Sam for like 2 weeks. Oh no. Good luck, gamer. I don't think I didn't do a whole lot of speedrunning of Sam. I will not lie. I did not spend a whole lot of time speedrunning Sam. Just not my fave. Ooh, light ring. Beautiful. Ooh, gem. What do we got? Aquamarine. Beautiful. Something that we need. Pardon me. Just gonna sneak my way past you here. Oh, there's the ladder. Thank you. Did you know that you actually need to talk to Pierre to get the talk to everyone bonus? I did know that. It's rather unfortunate. I know, it sucks. I know, it sucks having to talk to Pierre for that, but we gotta do it, right? Oh, the freebie's back there. Perfect. Just gonna slide past you over here. Yep, pretty much. That's what I... pardon me. Just gonna sneak right past you. Let's see. Did we get... We did not get one of those. That's okay. I will take this. Just in case everyone was questioning how Midwestern Lee really is. Yep. Oh, just gonna move right past you there. Pardon me. Pardon me. Just gonna sneak right past you. I was really hoping that would drop a bomb. Because you need to talk to everyone first? Yeah. Rip the nice club spots? I know. Big rip. I was looking at those spots thinking, ah yes, this looks like a good, like it could have been a club, even though I chose the legacy randomization, but still. Not good enough. Not good enough. Supercut of us. Beautiful. There we go. I will actually sit straight up. But it's hard to while focusing. Gross. In your car, the radio. Super carnivores. Confidence in cars. Oh, there's a amethyst down there. I would like to find the ladder first. Everything right in you call when you call. Slash grab more copper than the amethyst. Got the radio up. Fuck it. We end up passing out. That's okay. I'll be real sad we get to 29 and then nothing. Or not even. There we go. Perfect. Whatever. Is the monitor too low or maybe you're just tilting forward? I am just tilting forward. It's not the monitor is too low. It is me getting as close as I need to. So I can see. Kind of situation. Not any of the other stuff. Doc. Everything right when you call, when fight begins out. Call when you call, how much copper is it for this? 20? So 20, 40. I had 92? Oh, damn. Okay, I did pretty good on the first day. So 92, I needed 30 more, really? Ideally. We're not doing too good on our second Mines Day. Okay, good to go. Drop the bars off because I don't want them. Grab the stone. No. Okay. Deal with it. A little sip of coffee that I have left. That's it. I will absolutely take these 2 leeks. I slightly wish we could have pushed a little bit further, but that's okay. 25. Back down. There we go. You better save time. She's gonna save me, call me baby, never had to live. Gonna save me, call me baby, till my head's lit. There we go. Still confused as to how this happens, how there's a ladder right in the center. CC percentage derust? Community center run? Community center restoration run? I am derusting it. Okay, meaning I'm trying to just finish a run. Is what I'm trying to do. Oh, beautiful. Give me that copper. Where the men blues. Bum, bum. Thankfully, I do have a light ring on right now, so I don't have to, like, go full forehead on these levels. You already know who's gonna get you real good. Hey, now, you know where you are. I do want the bat wing, so I'm kind of just chilling here for the time being. Come on back, come back. Queen, found myself in the front seat of your car. Loyalty. There we go. Armadillo plushie, not a rat? Yeah, no, it's an armadillo plushie. Yes. Oh, I gotta figure out when the new Coin album is coming out. That's who's currently playing. Okay, still nothing. This is Slightly unfortunate for me. We'll get this. Make a bug steak. Because we are, like, running low on energy here. I hate that. Why would it be on one of those spots? That is, like, the least likely spot for it to be on. Why would it be there? There we go. It was on one of the, like, dirt patches. How the hell would it show up there? There it is, freebie. Alrighty, we're good on copper. I just need a bunch of, what's it called now? Iron. And, like, maybe a slightly better weapon, you know? But that's okay. Psst, psst, psst. Carrots and fruit, yeah. Weapon. Psst, psst, psst. Give me a weapon, please. There we go. That's all I needed. Fuck yeah. Give me this shit. We're good to go. Just gotta ask for it, and then you're good. And I have a frozen geode now. I will be able to find another leak eventually, so we'll do that. I was smart to hang on to that one. I will do that. Game likes us being polite, literally. Asked for a weapon, gave me weapon, thankfully. And a fruit, let's go. We can keep going. We can keep going. Ooh, nice. Okay. We made it to the next level. That's fine. Ideally we make it to 45 then here. Okay, sure, I will take more carrots. And a free ladder. Cool. Nope. No, 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 no. Thank you. Alrighty. We just don't have as much iron as I would like at all. Cool. We got that. We're up back to 45. Only coming down this way so that we can try and check out the what's it called? The crates. Slash. Okay, I will take that. And that. There we go. Perfect. Any iron? There's at least a little bit here. I can't see anything further, so I'm gonna stop there for now. We need a shit ton more iron. I'm plenty good on copper. We just need a shit ton more iron. Oh, wrong one. 40, please. Just ask nicely. I said I needed a shit ton more iron. That's all I needed to do, is I just needed to ask for iron. That's all. I'm gonna leave that amethyst there. I'm trying to conserve my energy for just, iron now. Because we got, like, 50 more pieces of iron that we actually need. Act like a bitch. Fit every stereotype. Send a pic. With you off my mind. With you on my life. Oh, no, 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 no. I did not even realize that was a slime. Brain did not process that was a slime. And if I do have to come back tomorrow just to get, some, what's it called? Some iron, that's fine. I don't particularly care. As stated, I'm just trying to de-rust a bit. I'm not expecting my mines to be perfect. Although I would like them to be. Give me another one of these. Fuck it. Oh, God. See? Nothing. Boo. Okay, let me make sure I get over here and grab all this before I pass out. Okay. Only going up to the top so I can grab some items and move some things around. I'll come back for that eventually. Okay, tomorrow. There we go. We pass out. We come back tomorrow to just grab iron, and then that's it. Because we've got everything else that we need. Whee! One of those. One of those. Okay. It's a very good playlist. This is my day list. It is my day list playlist. It's not bad. It's pretty good. It was like mountain music. Sunday morning, something like that. Can't complain. It's pretty good. Me, no. Welcome on in, Mikey. Hello. Steppy. Alrighty. More iron. No. I absolutely will take another jade. Thank you so much. We're doing pretty good on money, too, is what it looks like. Low on copper, high on money. How's the teaching or patience? Patience. They're doing pretty good. Can't complain. Fuck it. I'll go over this way. Can always use extra coal. Okay. Just gonna squeeze on my soup in the crock pot. Let's go. What kind of soup are you making, Grace? Remind me. So they're called patience? I wasn't sure. What do you... Yes. Chicken and gnocchi? Oh, that sounds so good. I didn't know you were a speedrunner? That's cool. Hey. Yeah. Welcome on in. I am. Nice to meet ya. Welcome on in. I do. I speedrun Stardew Valley and quite a few other games as well. I will take another aquamarine. Thank you so much. Our luck hasn't been horrible. Come over and I'll have some waiting for you. Perfect. I'll be right there. Give me like 5 hours. I was just about to ask. There's a list. Brain is just not processing it. 5 hours is a lot? Yeah. Well, it's a joke between Grace and I. For that one, come over. I'll have some waiting for you. Yeah. Because that's how long it'll take me to actually get over to Grace. It is a long time. Here we go. I'm just gonna hit this really quickly and then we can go. We leave. Hi, Jen. Good morning. Welcome on in. I hope you're doing well, gamer. The same. The other games that I speedrun include Stardew Valley, Mail Time. I used to speedrun Cult of Lamb quite a bit. Played Up. Quite a few other ones that I just can't think of at the current moment. Just making sure I've got one of each. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Yep. Cool. Do you have a horror type game for October? No. I don't really do that ever. Finally awake early enough to hang out? Wow. Yeah. There you go. Sunday is my one like early stream. I won't lie. We're killing it on money. And now he speedruns Phasmo? Okay, well there's a difference. Phasmo, I enjoy. But that's a different story. From me, at least. Sing good luck, babe. Well, good luck, babe. Just a step of feeling. Just step. Trying to love affair. It's not fair. Yeah, I love someone who calls me baby. And there we go. Perfect. Well, good luck, babe. Okay, there's dandelions down there. I'll come back in a bit. No, I think the scariest game that I've played was Little Nightmares. I played some of that game, freaked out just a little bit. Me, all those years ago, we're standing face to face with I told you so. There we go. Say good luck, babe. Good luck, babe. Can stop the world just to stop the feeling. I knew what I forgot to do. I forgot to make a scarecrow. No wonder. I was like, why do I have all this extra time? It's because I forgot to make a freaking scarecrow. It's fine, I guess. Still not even enough. Bum, bum, bum. Do, do, do. Let's go. Somehow I managed to put down enough spots and my brain didn't forget about it. Alrighty, bedtime. I love music. I would like a little bit of rain for my sake. Beside you, beside you, and it says music playing in the dark.